In today's video, we're installing the LCN 4040XP door closer in a parallel arm configuration. Before you begin, review the installation template supplied with the closer. The 4040XP can be set up for 100 degrees, 120 degrees, or up to 180 degrees of door opening depending on your hardware and frame geometry. For this demonstration, we'll configure the closer for a 100-degree door swing. We'll start with the door layout. Measure from the pivot point of the top hinge and mark 9 7/16 inches over on the face of the door. From that mark, measure an additional 1 inch and make your second reference line. These 2 marks will be the mounting hole locations for the closer body. Next, measure 2¼ inches down from each mark and square your lines across. These measurements ensure the closer is mounted at the correct height. Now move to the frame head. Again, measure from the hinge pivot, not from a stop, and mark 9 7/16 inches across the frame. Using the parallel arm bracket as your template, mark each screw location clearly. Once your layout is complete, use a center punch to dimple every mark. This helps guide your screws and prevents bit wandering. Pre-drill your first pilot hole with a 3/16-inch drill bit to make the initial screw easier to set. Next, mount the closer body. On a parallel arm installation, the cylinder end must face away from the hinges. Position the 4040XP on your marks and secure it using the heavy-duty self-drilling screws included in the package. Make sure the closer sits flat, straight, and fully seated. Before proceeding with the arm assembly, install the 2 small cover screws on top of the closer body. Adding these now saves a lot of time later when installing the decorative cover. Next, install the parallel arm bracket on the underside of the frame stop. Hold the bracket flush and square. Then fasten it securely with the supplied screws. If you're working on a narrow stop, the included spacer shim will help maintain proper spacing and alignment. Now, let's assemble the arm. The LCN 4040XP uses a 2-piece arm assembly, a main arm and an adjustable forearm. Remove the connecting screw to separate the 2 pieces. Attach the main arm to the closer spindle. The spindle is shaped so the arm only seats in the correct orientation. To mount it properly, you'll need to preload the spindle. Rotate it about 1/8 of a turn using a wrench or vice grips. Then drop the arm into place and secure it with the provided screw and washer. Next, attach the forearm foot to the parallel arm bracket using the 2 short screws. Make sure the long side of the foot faces toward the hinge for proper geometry. Reconnect the forearm to the main arm using a screw you removed earlier. With the door mostly closed, adjust the arm so it sits parallel with the frame stop. Then tighten everything securely. With the mechanical installation complete, we're ready to fine-tune the closer. The LCN 4040XP features 3 hydraulic control valves: the sweep speed, which controls the main closing motion, the latch speed, which controls the final few inches of closing, and the Backcheck, which provides resistance as the door opens. Use the provided hex wrench to make adjustments. Turn clockwise to slow down and counterclockwise to increase speed. For ADA compliance, the door should take about 15 seconds to close from fully open. Adjust the Backcheck so it begins to engage around 90 degrees, preventing wind or sudden force from slamming the door open. At the end of the closer barrel, you'll find the spring power adjustment, allowing you to increase the closing force by turning clockwise. This is useful for exterior doors or heavy, high-use commercial openings. Once adjustments are set, open and close the door several times to confirm smooth sweep, proper latch engagement, and consistent Backcheck performance. Finally, install the decorative cover. Your installation is now complete.